Since you are now in the BJP, even the BJP's allies now are not too keen on this. The JDU has said that, and I quote, there is resentment, so we will seek a review of Agniveer. We will not oppose it. Especially now when the allies matter so much to the BJP. Is there any scope for tinkering or taking in a feedback mechanism where if there is a problem and if, whether from the opposition or from allies, if there are second views about it, is there any scope for tinkering this?
Okay, firstly, the allies have made this statement, and I'm sure, I'm not aware, but I'm sure they are being briefed fully on what the scheme is, what the background is, what was done, where it is now, and detailed brief would be done. So it's a matter of time before they understand it fully, and then thereafter also they might have some views, which would get catered by the government. It is important to understand, you mentioned tinkering. Every scheme, there is a provision for review. I think this has been stated by the government. Raksha Mantri himself has said, and we must understand this clearly. The scheme has just started. It's just 2 years old. By the time the first cycle of 4 years gets completed, you will see that many of the things get tinkered with or get modified and get reformed to make it better. And that is why I say that if there is a point, for example, if veterans have an issue, they must write to the government, they must write to army chief, they must write to CDS and give their viewpoint, not come out in the media and say with half knowledge that, okay, do this or stop it. Okay. Similarly, any suggestions must be given to the government, and at the review time, they will get catered. So in fact, when this Agniveer got martyred, when this incident happened, I had met CDS. I think within about 15 days there was some event, and this was fresh, and it was also weighing on my mind that now what happens. And when I was discussing casually with him and said that, look, when somebody loses life in Agniveer, we need to look at it a little more in depth. He said yes, and I'm also concerned, and we are looking at things and many other reviews that we plan. We will look at all these things carefully. And this I'm sharing you, this is somewhere in Feb. So they were already, the organization is well aware. The service chiefs, the CDS, yes, feedback mechanism, how to make it better. And that's why I said, let us concentrate on how do we look after the 75 people who come out? How do we ensure they get into a good place? How do we make it better? Be it cases like this, suppose somebody loses life, how do we make it better for him? Okay. There are various methods. Families also. There are various methods. How do we look after the family? Okay. If somebody gets an award, how do we, reward him further? Because does he automatically get permanent? Whose son has died in action, absolutely, killed in action. For him, it doesn't matter whether he was an Agniveer or a regular soldier. And there would be reviews. I'm sharing with you. I hope the CDS doesn't get upset, but I'm sharing with you my discussion with CDS right in Feb. Okay. And he said, yes, these are issues that we need to modify further, and in time to come, you will see.
Click here to watch the full episode.